We have Coach Vandorn and boxer Emmanuel Seifu.
Yeah.
So how you doing today, Emmanuel?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just got a training, a really good workout today. A lot of good work.
Yeah, so I was talking to Coach Herb, and he was telling me a lot about a lot of his fighters and everything that he has going on with his program in and out the ring. So could you tell me a little bit about your journey right now and what's the next step for you outside of the ring?
Outside of the ring, the next steps for me, I just started college at MoreHouse College. I'm a freshman kinesiology major from Marietta, Georgia. And honestly, it's just stay in school, get my degree, and just keep doing what I got to do, making connections, building a lot of connections, make sure my GPA is where it needs to be. Just being an amazing, outstanding student, and being a role model for the kids around me.
So how are you liking it at college so far?
It's pretty fun. I can see why people get distracted. It's a lot of distractions, especially at Morehouse. You got Spelman right next to you. You got Clark. The AUC is amazing. But it's definitely an amazing experience. And I really am enjoying it.
That's good. That's good. So Morehouse has a boxing team as well, right?
They have a club pushing to make it a team. They actually want me to become um, the president eventually, and hold a high position inside the club when they graduate. So that's the plan, and then hopefully I can push to make it a team, and hopefully get a scholarship to fight on the Morehouse boxing team. I think that'd be an amazing opportunity to be able to compete against other colleges and represent Morehouse and doing something that I love.
So how is the process looking for you right now?
In the beginning, right now, they're just training Tuesdays and Thursdays, and after I get done here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I stop over there, help out a little bit. I've been coaching. I've been doing really well. They've been doing one thing about them. They really enjoy boxing. They love learning, and I enjoy teaching. So with those two things hand in hand, they've been getting a lot better. And then in terms of the president of the club right now, he's been talking to some of the higher ups at the college because I'm just a freshman. I'm just not getting acquainted. So he's doing a really good job pushing to make connections, like with OTX as well as the higher ups, like I said.
It's most definitely some great connections to have.
Yeah.
So take me a little bit through how you and Coach Herb became coach and fighter.
Coach and fighter. That's a good way to put our relationship, but I say it as son and father. I've been with Coach since I was 8 years old. I'm about to turn 18 next week, so it's been a long time. I did take a little bit of a break from boxing and about a year or two off, but as soon as I got back in the gym, it was like we never left. He's been more than a coach to me, a father figure, a mentor, someone that I didn't have in my life, or at least not for very long. So, like he said, in and out the ring, he's been there, literally giving me clothes, gas money, anything. He's just a good guy overall, not just a boxing coach.
Do you have a favorite memory of him outside of the ring, and what's your favorite memory of him in the in the boxing arena?
Um, um, there's a lot of memories. Coach is funny. Like he's funny without even like trying. Like because like I promise you, like he wouldn't even understand what he's doing. Like I remember. Okay, so one time we were at I didn't get anything, but he wanted to get McDonald's, and we had got McDonald's or whatever. Long story short, he ended up stealing from the drive-thru, and because he was like he ordered his food, went through the drive-thru. The first window was closed. Second window, cool. He went straight to the second window. He didn't even go to the first window. Straight to the second window. The people gave him his food, and then after he gave him his food, he asked for a water. And after he asked for the water, he said, "I didn't pay for this, right?" And coach is referring to the whole meal, not just the water. And the person was talking about the water, and we ended up driving off with free McDonald's. So that was outside the ring, and then inside the ring would probably be a tournament in North Carolina. It was a very fun tournament. One of my hardest tournaments. I made it to the championship. It was a 2-day tournament. I won in the semifinals on Saturday, and then I went to finals on Sunday. And then it was a hard fight. It was a tough fight. Really good kid from Virginia, um, and we were just battling it out, battling it out. And I kid you not, like the first and second round was good rounds. It was a tough fight. And then that third round, I really feel like I was in a movie. Like he got him, he was on my butt in the corner. Like I one coach is outside the corner saying, "You giving this fight away? Giving this fight away?" He's looking at me. He's like, "You got to get this together." He's like, it was really like something out of a movie. And then we pulled it off. We got the win. And I never jumped higher in my life when they called my name. And it was just a really good feeling because he's always been there. Like win, lose, or draw. Like he's always been in my corner, metaphorically and literally. So I can't ask for a better coach.
Right. It seems like y'all's relationship is most definitely deeper than boxing.
Yeah,
And that's the beauty, man. So do you plan? I know you go to Morehouse, so you're very studious. So do you plan on being a pro boxer or?
that's the goal. I mean, I don't. There's people say you shouldn't have a plan B, which I really do agree with. But I also think that you should not just I think you should try to be balanced, try to have try to be successful in all aspects of your life. Um, but boxing, school is the number one thing, but really boxing is the one thing. Like I really want to box, because I believe if God has gifted you a talent, take it as far as you can. Um, and he's giving me multiple talents, being smart, having good study habits, and being presentable. But I really do want to turn pro. Want to, for these next 4 years, keep stay in school, stay amateur, keep elevating and keep progressing to the next level. That way I can eventually turn pro and, on the road to a world title.
So what weight class do you fight at right now?
Right now I'm fighting at 147 or youth 147. I think when I turn 18, I'll be elite, or maybe when I turn 19, I'm not exactly sure. But for right now, youth 147, and I just this year I got a walkover at the Junior Olympics, which I don't really like walkovers, and then I got a first round knockout in the Georgia State Golden Gloves. So after California, um, we'll see how that goes. Do really well in that, and then maybe December Nationals in Virginia, and then on to we're trying to get to the Golden Gloves again. This time I can advance, go to region, go to national, and get that title.
So take me back to that first round knockout at the Golden Gloves. How was that? Was that your first knockout?
That was my first knockout in the fight. Yes, it's like it's crazy because like everything really just happened so fast. And when I was like boxing, it was just like literally was a 30-second fight. Like, and everything happened. Like, it's my fastest fight I think I ever have in my life, unless one of my first pro fights. Like I remember I just saw Rico got like a 20-second knockout at OTX for his first fight. So congratulations to him. Um, but that first round knockout was crazy because like it just happened. It wasn't like I was setting it. I mean, I'm always setting my punches up, but it just flowed. Muscle memory. Staying in the gym. That's you just build muscle memory over time, and then it just happened. And then after I knocked him out, I'm just walking around the ring like it's normal. I'm staying locked in. I'm staying dialed in. And then it didn't really hit me till after I get out the ring, and all these people are coming up to me, and I'm like, but it was a really good experience, and I'm very blessed to be able to be a part of that.
Yeah, no, most definitely, man. I happen to be refereeing in the ring across from you, and I seen it and heard it,
Yeah,
and yeah, it was a pretty dope moment.
yeah,
For you and for the fans, a lot of the kids, the younger fighters, that was pretty cool for them, and a lot of them look forward to being able to do something like that one day.
yeah,
Which sounds crazy, but this is the hurt business, so
yeah.
that's what it comes with. So when's the next time we can see you in action?
I am looking to fight as soon as possible. Trying to get a couple tune-up fights before we go to California. So I think we just put my name in for Macon on 21st. September 21st. So I should be fighting in Macon September 21st, and then maybe one before that if there's one show, but definitely that one for
And
sure.
so what does some fun time look like for you?
Fun time looks for me. I mean, I really do books and boxing, but now that I'm at Morehouse, there's a lot of parties going on here and there. I go out, a little bit, but really, I enjoy basketball too. When I stopped boxing, I was playing basketball for my school, so I love to hoop. I love playing basketball and just hanging out with my friends, my brothers now here at Morehouse. So we built a really good connection. It's only been like 4 weeks of school, and I already love everybody there. So just hanging out with my friends, really, there's always something to do in Atlanta, and there's always something to do. We got a whole bunch of young men together, so we figure something out, even if it's just playing 2K in the dorm. So
And do you have any friends from Morehouse that box as well?
yes, I do. It's crazy because my first time meeting him was at the Golden Gloves when I got the knockout. His name is Elijah Silverback McLean. He also won the Golden Gloves, and he actually ended up going all the way to the National Golden Gloves. So I just met him. We built a really good connection, as well as Chad. That's also there. I haven't talked to him as much, but he also goes to Morehouse. He's an amazing boxer as well. I know that thing they both train at Hitsville, so I'll definitely be up there soon, getting some work in with them. But we've been, working. All of us have been in the Morehouse Boxing Club together, working and teaching and helping out. So we look forward to, working together a lot and, trying to make it a team.
Most definitely, man. And I look forward to seeing what you accomplish. I hope you become the president of the club,
Yeah.
and you can really push the envelope on representing the team and getting the team out there, man. I think that's pretty cool. I think all colleges should have a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know the events will be a turnout.
Yeah.
It would
People,
be
because
crazy.
people love boxing. Like they love to see it. Like it'll be amazing because people like see how people come just to watch us box and to watch all your friends coming to watch you box against Georgia Tech or Georgia State or some other college. Like I think that'd be amazing. Um, so I mean, because boxing, everybody loves boxing. Like who doesn't love seeing somebody get punched in the face? Like, and if it's your classmate punch somebody in the face, like it's exciting. Because I definitely think it should be an opportunity for us because I've been doing this my whole life, and there's not really a lot of academic or scholarship or not really a lot of assistance for people that want to pursue higher education but still compete and box at a high level. So I think for someone that like me that wants to do that, there should definitely be an opportunity because they have basketball scholarships, football scholarships. Why can't there be a boxing one? Especially for somebody with my accolades and my skill level who's been doing this their whole life.
All right, most definitely. And maybe you could be the trailblazer, the
Mhm.
pioneer on turning the corner on that
Yeah.
and getting something going that doesn't exist yet.
Exactly. So that's the goal for me right now. Doing what I got to do to push that and pursue that.
Most definitely. What's one thing you would love to say to your supporters and let your fans know what to expect from you come moving forward?
What to expect from me moving forward is you're gonna see me competing a lot more. We haven't. I really don't. I've been boxing my whole life. I have like 14 fights. Kids my age have been boxing their whole life. I have over 90. So I'm gonna be competing a lot more, getting my name out there a lot more. So you're definitely gonna hear about me. But in terms of my fans, because I've been boxing for a long time, but I've also took a lot of big losses. Like this sport is one of those sports where it's very mentally draining. It can be a lot. It's a lot. You training all day, training hard, getting up early in the morning to go run, doing all that just to lose. You know, and I think somebody who's a very good example of this is Elijah Lugo. I believe he lost his first 13 fights, and I lose one or two fights, and I'm already like, dang, you know. So he really inspired me as well, to overcome that hump, stay in the gym, stay locked in, and do what I got to do to eventually win. And that was the case when I won the Golden Gloves, and that's how I plan to just keep staying locked in, regardless win or lose. I'm gonna still keep going, keep pursuing my goal, keep doing what I got to do. And I think that's something that all fans and any boxing lover, anybody that wants to achieve something should do, regardless of your result. Just keep working and keep moving forward.
I know you mentioned that you've been boxing your whole life, but you said you only have 15 fights, right?
Yes.
So how did that work? What was the gaps in between competing?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I mean, what do you think,
He
Coach?
was young, and his parents had a lot to do with that, moving around um, s- in different by in geographical areas, and took him away. So when he's young, he has to follow his parents. But however, his parents did a hell of a job in his academic world, and so when he came back, my arms was wide open for him because I know mentally he never really left, but he had to go with his parents, and so that's why he had that elapse doing time of, maybe other boxers got 90 fights and you only got 15, but he has all the skills and technique and tactics to overcome those 90 bouts, and he will. I have definitely confidence he will.
And maybe having the 15 fights is good for the brain, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I fought some kid, a really good fighter. He had like 90 bouts. I lost his fight, but it was an amazing fight for me to see exactly where I stood. It was an amazing fight. I don't think, I lost that fight, but it's one of my favorite fights because I look back at it and I'm looking at what I did wrong and what I did right. Like the first round, I'm doing an amazing job, but I made a few changes that come with just more experience that I shouldn't have made, and I ended up losing the fight. But again, it was one of those fights where I really got to see exactly where I stand. So I won't be ducking nobody. Anybody can get it, as Champ says. Um, but I just I look forward to fighting and competing
And what's your mindset on fight day?
on fight day. Just on my mindset on fight day is all the hard work is already behind you. You know what I mean? Now it's just a time to display it and showcase it. My mindset has changed over the years in terms of competing because when I was younger, I'm looking at it like it's win or go home. I mean, it's still win or go home, but it's like I really didn't because he would tell me all the time a loss is just a lesson learned. But when you're a little kid, you don't care about none of that. Like you trying to win, you trying to take the belt, you try to eat good after. So my mindset now is just looking at every fight as I'm gaining experience. I'm gaining more. I'm gaining more. I'm just learning. I'm just learning, and win or lose, I'm always building. I'm growing as a fighter and getting more experience.
What keeps you motivated? Like, what keeps you motivated and wanting to grind the way you do, and while still pursuing your college career the way you do?
What keeps
Because
me motivated? It's a couple of things. My family. They see me. They see what I do. I see what my mom does. My mom works really hard, so she's one of the main things that keep me motivated. To want better for myself, want better for her, want better for my family, but to also inspire the young kids around me. Like we're not like a conventional boxing gym. We got a whole bunch of kids running around. There's a lot of stuff going on, um, and it's a lot of disadvantages to it, but it's a lot of positives to it as well. These kids see me every day or every Tuesday and Thursday. They come in, they watch a high level boxer working and really grinding. And for some kids, it's just nothing. And it's for some kids, the very select few that really ignites their love for boxing. And so just for seeing somebody a little bit older than them, or maybe even the same age as them, pursuing something, grinding for to be better, it inspires them and it pushes them to want better for themselves as well, whether it's in boxing or something else.
right, so you living beyond your purpose, and you fulfilling your purpose, man. And it's that's amazing to the kids. Once they look back and see you, once you get to that level, they'll look back and be like, "Oh man, I was in the gym with him. I was in the
Yeah,
gym with him." So man, I love what you're doing. I can't wait to see you back out there. Keep doing what you're doing. And we got three last questions for you. The first one is fantasy fight. Who would you see yourself matching up with, and why?
matching up with what I want will be a good fight.
Yes, sir.
Um, Sugar Ray. I like Sugar. I like a lot of old school fighters. He says I fight the most like Sugar Ray because I dance, I move around. So I like to see, what it be like fighting somebody that I mimic, fighting somebody that is who you emulate. Because I think everybody should have a boxer that they should emulate and try to train like and look like. So I try to fight like Sugar Ray, popping my jab, moving around. So I like to see how I match up against him. So that'd be my fantasy fight.
And how do you think the fight will go?
You know, no boxer was gonna say they're gonna lose, so I'm gonna win.
And so, what fight would you like to have in the amateurs right now? If there was a fighter that you could take a bout with right now, who would it be?
Well, he turned pro already, but I really wanted to fight Javon Walton. Um, I really wanted to fight Javon Walton. Not just because of his status and media and everything, but I had seen him when I was in the gym real young, and I seen him now, and now he's like this big thing, and I was like, hey, I just see him at all these tournaments just like me, and I definitely want to at least get some work in with him because he's a good guy, good kid. So Javon Walton.
Once again, I'm gonna close it out. Then I'll
Oh,
give
I
it to
do got
her.
one more person.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
do got one more person. Yeah, I think he's what I'm talking about. You think I'm talking about? You know, you said
I
you know.
don't know. I don't know his name.
Marcus Moses. I gotta. Me and him. He's up 2-0 on me. I definitely want to get back in the ring with him. I've definitely grown a lot with my boxing IQ and my experience and being more relaxed in the ring because you're not better than me. But
Marcus, you talking about Marcus Moses from Fighter for Life,
from
right?
from a fighter for life, yeah, he's stopped me twice, like, and and you know I
Was immature, stopped by the referee.
yeah, that's but I shouldn't have gave the referee a reason. You don't ever want to give somebody a reason to stop the bout or whatever. But I definitely want to run it back with him. We got a few tweaks, got a few changes because we look back at every loss, at every fight, whether you win or lose. I think you should go back, take a look at what you did well, look at what you didn't do so well. So Marcus Moses and Javon won a Walton.
Or the two you want?
Yeah,
Yes, sir. One is more realistic than the other right now.
yeah,
Yeah, so maybe Marcus will respond to them. Maybe him and Coach Rockman will respond to
yeah.
this, and maybe we can get it on.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Once again, man, thank you, Manny, and I look forward to seeing you out there. And I appreciate you for taking your time and doing this interview with Overhand Entertainment.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Coach Herb Vandorn, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you again for coming out and sharing your expertise and interviewing E-Man. Well, I call him E-Man, Emmanuel Seifu, and me as his coach, Herb Van Dorn. We appreciate you.
Most definitely, I appreciate y'all having me, man. This is most definitely a story I want to cover, from you being an official to a coach to everything you're doing here with Marietta Powell. I think it definitely some light need to be shed on it. So, could you walk me through a little bit of how your relationship started with E-Man?
Well, when I first got here, I was actually offered by a police officer next to my neighbor. He asked me We found out that I did some boxing, and they asked me would I come in to create and start organize a program at the Marietta Power. So I took on that task, and ever since then, when I took on that task, they really didn't have anything here. They didn't have mirrors on the wall. They had no equipment. They had no ring. So I wrote up a plan, and I presented the plan to Miss Danae, the director. And what she did, she went out and bought all kinds of equipment for me. We registered for USA Boxing for the PAL, and then that our first room was in there where the karate was, and they put mirrors around. And then I told her, I said, we need a ring. So finally, um, actually, somebody seen us on the track, Civic Center, and they donated X amount of money to the PAL for the boxing team. And so once they did that, we was able to buy all kind of equipment. And so then Manuel was in the karate class. And once he was in the karate class, he kept peeking over to see what boxing was about, right? And then finally, he just like, Coach, I want to, what's your name? I would like to box. I would like to train. And he came in with a open heart, attitude to learn, easy spoken, very respectable. I used to be on my knees holding the mittens for him as he started doing some mitt work and pushing him around. He pushed me around. He hit me in the head. I said, this young man got it. And so he continued to progress. And that's how me and him connected. And so I think it's the best thing in my life because I was able to pour in things in him that my father died when I was 2 years old. And so my thing is giving back to society. Like I said, I'm a retired Marine. I was a Marine for over 23 years. My father died when I was two. They didn't think I was going to make up anything where I was going to come out of New York City. But guess what? I had a praying grandmother, praying mother, and stepdad named Charlie. He knows about Charlie, right? And I started pouring into him because he wanted to learn. He wanted it. And that's where we at now.
And so, and this seems like it's been a very fruitful relationship for you. You pour into Manny, and you get to see what you pour into him pay off. He's an excellent young man, and I know that he said you more than a coach to him. So, how many kids do you have personally?
Well, I have three biological sons, right? And we have a mixed marriage. My wife, she has four kids. Like two are still living now, right? Biologically, I got 18 grandchildren, and my granddaughter had a baby on my birthday, so I'm a great granddad.
Wow! Congratulations.
Yeah, well, thank you.
At least y'all share birthdays.
Yeah, November the 2nd is my birthday, so um, we share birthdays. I didn't want her to have the baby, but when she had it, me and my son walked up to the Kingstone Hospital with my chest thrown out, and I was like, damn, I'm a great grandpa. But it's all good because she's doing well and he's doing well also.
Right, and I mean, at least you don't look like a great grandpa.
Well, thank you. I try to stay in.
E-Man, I tell you, be on the track with me running like, oh man.
E-Man keeps me in shape.
Keep you young.
Yeah, and so that's a good thing.
Most definitely.
It's a win-win.
It most definitely. So, could you tell me one last thing? Could you tell me what your most proudest accomplishment of Manny is?
Well, my proud accomplishment is that he walked the talk, he talked the walk, he demonstrated that you could do more, just as much outside the ring than you could do inside the ring. His walk, it wasn't easy, okay, but he stayed focused. And when a young man can stay focused, never went to jail, have no bad record, and he climbed through high school being very educated. His classes, he got what kind of classes you got?
In high school, I was taking AP, honors, IB.
Yeah, AP, all kind of honor classes. And he plays an instrument.
Which instrument?
I play the bassoon.
Bassoon.
If you know what that is. It's a double reed woven instrument. It's not very common.
Yeah, I actually do. I thought you was gonna say the trumpet for some reason.
I want to play sax.
But he plays. What do you play? What level of in high school? What level?
In high school, I was in like the top band, the window ensemble.
So he has a lot of talent everywhere. But the main thing what I love about him, he's not a quitter. The most easiest thing in the world is to quit. This gentleman will not quit. He's in Morehouse College, and he's calling me every morning. I'm calling him every morning. Hey, coach, can we go to this gym to train? Can we go to that gym to train? I'm there with you. Wherever you want to go, I'm there with you. Because guess what? I know what his dream is, and I know what he's capable of. But of course, I don't want to throw him in the dungeon. I don't want to throw him in the fire where people see him just as a dollar sign. My goal is to protect him, and he's gonna protect his family, and he can protect himself, and he's gonna soar like an eagle. And that's what. And if you go to my house, I have eagles outside my house. Actually, statues are about 8 eagles outside my house
What's your significance with eagles?
because they're the closest thing to God. They fly high and they're powerful and they're strong, strong bird. Like he is. He ain't no bird.
I was smart.
Yeah.
I wouldn't smart anybody.
Yeah, but after all is said, we do have a future, and our future is to never turn back, to look forward, and don't quit, and help those who can help themselves, and just love one another, and once we love one another, we continue to grow.
Most definitely.
Yes, and I thank you a hell of a lot for coming out here, because it took a lot of time for you. I don't have no food to give you.
Oh, trust me, man. This is just like how you like to pour into Manny. You know, my goal was to be about good boxing in any
Right.
facet that I could, from
Right.
amateurs to pros, even into other combat sports. You know what I mean? So whether it's a fight I can cover, a good story I could cover, you know, that's what Overhand Entertainment is for, to bring light to everything that you, the kids, everybody that's involved puts into making our sport what it is. So, you know, this is all the joy for me.
Wow, it was a win-win.
Yeah, win-win regardless.
Right.
Until I run across, you know, the boxers with like little attitudes and then
Yeah.
things don't go as smooth as it should. But you know,
Well, you're doing a hell of a job as an official. I'm watching you grow every day, and you got a good ear. You listen, and you're moving around the ring with ease and relaxation, and you're calling the bouts the right way, and you're judging this real good. And so you're gonna be an outstanding official, referee, judge, and I can see you at the nationals. So don't quit.
almost definitely I won't. You would definitely see me there, and so forth and so on. You know what I mean? I want it to be the same way. You know, I raise these guys' hands now at these tournaments and whatnot. 10, 15 years from now, when they're fighting for these world titles, I hope to be there raising their hands as well.
Okay.
You know, so this is all a part of the journey for me, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. So most definitely, and once again, I thank you, Coach Herb and Emmanuel, for having this interview with Overhand Entertainment and sharing your story. And I most definitely look forward to doing it again. Thank you.
All right.
All right.